Alright, welcome back guys to yet another Mugen tutorial, and this tutorial was actually a request by someone that had commented under my videos on how to actually add stages to the EVE Everything versus Everything Mugen. Now I just want to say I apologize for the bit of delay that this video had. I just had some stuff that had come up, but yeah, and also not 400, but 104 subscribers, so thank you guys so much for all the love and support. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into this tutorial. So just going over what we already know, go link in the description for the EVE, what's it called? Screen pack. It's the most stable version that I could find. Made a media fire link, so yeah, you can go there. So adding stages is honestly not that hard to do. It's a fairly simple process. All you need to do is decide what stage do you want, which can easily be done because you can just go and Google the stage that you want, or what you could do is go to the M.U.G.E.N archive, do that, M.U.G.E.N archive. And yeah, M.U.G.E.N archive is a great place to like get stuff like all like M.U.G.E.N stuff. That's actually where I found this version of Everything versus Everything. It's actually from the M.U.G.E.N archive, but I made it into a media fire link just so I could get it again. And great thing about not media fire, but M.U.G.E.N archive is that they don't use any file sharing, so the links never die, but you do have to sign up because sometimes if a file is too big, they won't let you if you're not signed in. So if you want to do the M.U.G.E.N archive method, go up here to downloads, and you want to go where it says stages. You have subcategories like Capcom, SNK, Heroes, manga, comics, TV, other fires, stuff like that. So you could do that, but that's if you want something like a little bit more specific that you might want to do, so like Capcom, and then you have Capcom vs SNK, Fighting Gym, Final Fight, Marvel vs Capcom, stuff like that. Let's go Marvel vs Capcom, and bam, there's a bunch of stages that from all across like Marvel vs Capcom, all of the Capcom versus games like Marvel Superheroes, X-Men vs Street Fighter, X-Men Children of the Atom, stuff like that. So if you want to find those sort of stages and stuff like that, again, you can go to the M.U.G.E.N archive and everything's split up. You can get a little preview of the stage. Yeah, so that's one method you can do. Other method is simply go to YouTube and search up M.U.G.E.N stages. This playlist right here actually has some really good stages, especially if you're not like super meticulous about how your stages are, because I honestly don't care about like my stages. I'm very meticulous about the characters I download, but I honestly don't care when it comes to stages. So click on this playlist and pause the video. YouTube crashed, so but yeah, you can go there again, search up M.U.G.E.N stages. If it loads up, click on the playlist, and it seems like YouTube is having some issues or something, so I'm not gonna click on anything. But yeah, again, if you can just search up, go on YouTube, M.U.G.E.N stages, and yeah, it'll be there. I think it's just bugging right now. It's acting weird because I'm recording, but again, M.U.G.E.N archive is one of the best places you can go to get M.U.G.E.N stages. So I'm gonna go and download this one, click the download button, and I have it set on my browser to ask me where I want it to save. I'm gonna save it right here with the EVE folder before it gets into the folder that has like the M.U.G.E.N executable file, because I like to have all of my stuff that I use in my M.U.G.E.N to be within the same folder. as it, but not like with all the Mugen files, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna save it. And yeah, one other thing for Mugen stages too, there's also this guy right here, Dark Valentine 1984. He makes really good Mugen stages, especially if you like the older like beat 'em up style almost stages, like 16-bit sort of style. He makes really good stages for stuff like that. So I really recommend if you go to this guy right here. I'll have his channel in the description, so you can download it. As you can see, it finished downloading our zip file of our stage. We're just gonna open it, and yeah, right here we only have the DEF file and the SFF file. Now, if there did have music that went along with this stage, what you would do, you'd simply just drag and drop it over to the sound folder. And what we're gonna do now to get the stage in, we're just gonna highlight the two files and drag it over to the stages folder in our EVE Mugen. Go over Manhattan. We're gonna double click on it, rename, Control C to make sure we have the right name. Go to data, and this again is for the EVE Mugen. A lot of this can be applied to like other Mugens, but go to data, EVE battle, EVE evolved, and then under the select, full screen, we're gonna scroll all the way down at the end after all of this, and we're gonna have extra stages. Now it's gonna have all this stuff right here, don't worry, just enter and well, first don't do that, just put in stages slash the name of the DEF file, and at the input .def, and then we can go right up here and save. And you actually don't need all of these stages, all of these other stages, so in fact you can just pretty much delete all of this because we don't have these stages and we won't be needing them, so we can just delete that and have the stages that we do have. Save, close it out, and I'm gonna go make sure desktop audio isn't too loud when I open up the Mugen. I'm gonna get my controller. Whoa. So I'm gonna go ahead, get my controller, plug that in, so I can show you guys the stage that it's in. So open up the Mugen, the EVE Mugen, open it, and let it load. Full screen this. We're gonna go into training. I already have a character in here. And for some reason the stage thing isn't showing up in this version. When I downloaded it before, it was showing up. So just, I guess, kind of might need to memorize where it was. I know this is the second stage, so if it worked. And boom, we have the Manhattan stage. So I honestly don't know why the stage name isn't showing up on the actual player select. I think that might be a glitch or something, because on the other tutorials for the EVE Mugen, it had the stages and stuff that would show up. But that's basically all you need to do. And of course, make sure you have WinRAR or 7-zip or whatever you use to unzip files and stuff. And that's basically all you need to do, honestly, to install stages. Again, if there's music, just drag and drop it, put it in the sound folder, and it'll automatically play, because in your stages DEF file, it has it like coded in there to actually play the the music that it has. And you can change it if you want, but that's a tutorial for another day, another time. And of course, if you guys want to see that tutorial by request, I will make a tutorial. And if I find out how to get the stage names to work on there, if I figure out how, because it's really weird, I'll also make a tutorial on that. So yeah, that's basically all you need to do to install stages to your EVE Mugen. It's a pretty simple process, and yeah, that's essentially all you need to do. Again, if you have any questions or anything, just let me know down in the comments. And yeah, that's it. So make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you till next time.